Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest, Chapter 45. When we last left our heroes, all of the other fights going on around the Dragon Alderaan kind of faded away, so we could focus on one fight, the incredible one-upmanship of Laxus versus Erza, that still, they just keep on going at it when we last left them. So let's jump right on into Chapter 45, Red Conclusion, that I believe will wrap up this fight. Erza versus Laxus. Who will win? So yeah, we jump right back into the Erza-Laxus fight. Laxus lands a punch on Erza. Erza lands a kick on Laxus. Kiria is awake, by the way, and she's just, like, staring at them in awe. They're both just going at each other. Sweat's flying, sword against fist. They both hit each other. Laxus summons this kind of lightning spear-looking thing. Lightning Dragon, Heavenward Halberd! And he throws it at Erza, who just barely ducks as it, goes over her. And she requips into Heaven's Wheel, Bloomenblot, and she sends all her swords over at Laxus. Raiko, Red Lightning! And he shoots out his lightning at Erza, and as this is going on, we're just seeing, chunks of the church go flying all over town. They're still just going at it. And Kiria is, trying to get out of the way of all this, as all of the rubble and, wayward attacks are, about to hit her as well. And so Laxus and Erza square off again as the church is, collapsing around them. They're both running out of steam. Erza's Heaven's Wheel armor fades away to her normal kind of defense-free armor. The boob bandages, the one. And they both just, keep on breathing heavily. And Erza falls to her knees. Did Erza just lose? Yeah, Erza kind of looks down. Still, both of them are, totally exhausted. And Kiria looks at this. The lightning guy won? But Erza kind of laughs. She laughed, Kiria thinks. Laxus walks over to her. What's so funny, Erza? Do you have another hidden technique? No. I used all my power. I lost. And she, is now on her hands and knees. We see that she's left this X across Laxus' chest. That's gonna scar. Then why do you laugh? I'm happy. Since we left for the 100 Years Quest, I was worried about the guild's defense line. If you are this strong, Laxus, if that's so, there's no need to worry then. The guild's defense line already cracked Erza. Laxus just, looks down at her. Kiria's shocked at this. I can now understand why Natsu looks up to you. You are under the White Wizard's control now, but once this is settled, then, there won't be any worry left for the guilds. That's why I laugh. I feel relieved because of your power. But I'll win next time. Definitely. And Erza passes out. Laxus looks at this and then falls on his ass. That's my line. I'm also out of magic. Then he collapses too. And Kiria never won to pass up a chance to win. What a turn of events! The two monsters beat out each other! This is so lucky. Now I'll be the lightning dragon and she turns to the orb. But first, and she reaches for the orb, and she breaks it. I have to destroy the orb. And we feel the rush of energy all across the town. Alderaan feels it as well. What now? The wood dragon god is quite active today. Is it related to the wizards going wild across town? What to do? Should we run away? It's quite scary. And Wendy feels it too, as she's chasing the ball over the rooftops. That's shaking. Did another orb get destroyed? So that makes... Is that 3 or 4 that are gone now? I know Nabal destroyed one. Kiria destroyed one. Just now. I feel like one more got destroyed before that, but I forgot who did it. And then Touka might have destroyed one at the beginning, right? I feel like we've lost 3 or 4 of the orbs. Feel free to correct me in the comments. Anyway, that is... The Earth is shaking. We're back with, Lucy and her gang. Don't tell me. An orb got destroyed? And then in the backside church, the 3rd orb has been destroyed. We're with Touka. So yeah, that's the 3rd. So that's Nabal's orb, this orb, and then I guess Touka destroyed one at the start, right? I don't remember. What? No way! What is left is the orb here, and the orb on the left shoulder city. We have to protect those. If all the orbs get destroyed, the Wood Dragon God's power will be taken by the White Wizard. And Happy looks at her. But you are the White Wizard, right? That's right. For now, she's asleep, but... That's right, Touka. Oh, and there's the White Wizard. And that gets Touka, Natsu, and Happy's attention. Who told you could turn back to your cat form? You... White Wizard, stop this kind of thing! Shut up! Natsu-sama, Happy-sama, stop the White Wizard. It doesn't matter what happens to me. And Happy tries to reach out for her, but is shaking. It might be the last time, so I'll tell you this. I was happy to meet you, Happy-sama. And Happy looks at her, like, in despair. Touka! Then the White Wizard reappears. That was quite some negligence on your part now. We meet again, Natsu. It's time for you to go silent now. The two finally meet. Now fight for your friends. So yeah. I'm gonna discuss, now that we're at our retrospective part of the video, I'm gonna talk about the second part first, because that's where we're at. I'll talk about Erza versus Laxus after talk about Touka. And of course, my running theory, are Touka and the White Wizard one and the same? The part of me that is desperately clinging to this theory, because it's just better than them being 2 different people, is saying there's still a chance this is all some kind of ploy to gain Natsu's sympathy. Possibly. The rational part of me is saying no, they're just 2 different people in the same body, like we've been told from the beginning. But I am still a little skeptical. But yeah, definitely, Happy is definitely going to be trying to save Touka from here on out. We'll see exactly how that happens. Who's to say if that will happen, if Touka will die? It's fairy tale, Touka will probably not die, but you never know. But yeah, it's kind of just setting in stone. Touka, the White Wizard is back, ready to fight Natsu. There's a part of me thinking that the White Wizard subplot is not going to last past Alderaan. This is kind of the end for Touka. Just because I don't... Especially with what Erza said about once this whole business with the White Wizard is over, she's confident in the guild's defense line. With Laxus like that, makes me think that the White Wizard definitely won't last for the entire of 100 Years Quest. And that it might be ending, before we leave Alderaan. Possibly. I'm not sure. It does feel, it feels like a little early for a final battle, between Natsu and the White Wizard. It feels very early, I will say. I don't think we're there yet, and I don't know if we'll be there before Alderaan, or if we'll get there with the next dragon. But I don't feel like we'll be there. I don't feel that this is it now, and I don't feel that the Touka subplot will last for the entire 100 Years Quest. When exactly it will wrap up is beyond me. I don't think it'll last past the 3rd dragon, though. That's just the vibe I get. Especially as, Fairy Tail falls one by one, or as Whiteout Fairy Tail falls one by one, Touka is having less and less allies, which makes me think we're vaguely nearing a conclusion, for Touka's subplot. But the real important thing with this chapter is, of course, Laxus versus Erza, which continues to be absolutely incredible. and reveals the surefire way to have a truly great Erza fight that Mashima, in his like a decade of writing the main series, never quite understood, and that is, let Erza lose. Erza loses, and holy shit, it's great. I mean, it's a draw, and her fight with Kiria back on the boat was great too, don't get me wrong, but this fight is something else. Honestly, 100 Years Quest has really just made Erza a fun character. That a lot of times, you know, public opinion definitely turned against Erza by the end of the main series, with Kyoka and Irene kind of being, you know, the examples of why Erza is a bad character. That's a debate people can have if they want to. I'm not facilitating that debate. But this fight is just fun. It is so fun. Going off from last chapter as they continue to one-up themselves. Here, they just put all of their energy into their, like, final moves. And in the end, they've just got nothing. You know, Erza falls first, but they both run out of power at the same time. Which then gives Kiria the true win. But still, what a fucking fight the two of them had. And we don't actually see anything from Kiria after she shatters the orb. So, is she gonna go after Laxus now? Because she does say right before she destroys the orb, I'll eat the lightning dragon, is like her immediate desire. So is that, like, they're both unconscious. No one's Jalal. Next chapter, Jalal's gonna show up and put a stop to Kiria eating Laxus and Erza, or eating Laxus and taking Erza. Yeah, Jalal's gonna show up. That's my theory. Jalal's gonna show up. Jalal's gonna fight Kiria next. That's my theory for what's going on over here. But yeah. Anyway, the fight is fantastic. Laxus versus Erza is probably the high point of 100 Years Quest so far. It's utterly fantastic, and has made Erza a great character to watch fight again. So yeah, that's kind of all I have to say for this fantastic chapter. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe, or, you know, do whatever makes you happy, you know? And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye!